Hey everyone, it's James from Fun Foods, and today I'm going to show you how to make this giant gummy Coke bottle. Now this thing is huge, it's massive, and it looks so cool when you cut open it. And it's also pretty heavy. So make sure you keep watching and I'll show you step by step how to make this. Now one of the first things you want to do is start off by preparing your bottle. And to do that, you want to take a very sharp knife. I'm using a razor blade right here. And we want to cut the top part. Now I've already started this a little bit. You just want to cut it. And you want to start cutting it down slowly and carefully. And you just want to get it started. You don't want to cut it all the way down. And after you cut enough, what you want to do now is take some duct tape. And we just want to duct tape the crease. And when you have that duct taped and ready to go, what you can do next is just take some regular cooking spray, and I'm just going to spray the inside of it. I'm going to try to get as much of it sprayed as possible. And when you're satisfied with that, we can move this aside and go on to our next step. What I have here is a very large pot, and I want this large pot so I can do it all at one time, and I don't have to keep doing it over and over again. You can do it in a smaller pot if you have that, and just do like 1-2 liter at a time, and that'll work fine. I also have what's called, this is gelatin. It's just non-flavored gelatin, it's unflavored. So one 16-ounce container of this unflavored gelatin will make 2 2-liter sodas. So I'm going to take this whole container, pour it in, and I'm actually going to take a whole nother one as well and pour it in. Now that's enough to make 4 2-liter sodas. But the first thing I want to do is pour about half of a 2-liter in there and mix it up. It's going to be nice and foamy, don't worry about that. Just take something and mix this up really good. And after you mix your first 2-liter soda in there, pretty much all the powder should have incorporated into these clumps. Try to break up the big clumps, but the smaller ones don't worry about. Now we'll add our other soda in. So after you put your fourth bottle of 2-liter Coke in here, we want to let it sit and let this foam kind of go down a little bit. I am going to decide to divide this into another pot because it just filled it up more than I was expecting. So I don't want it to overflow when I heat it. Now what I'm going to do is take this and my other pot that I divided the stuff up into and heat it up on the stove on medium to high heat. And I want to get it really hot, right about the point where it starts to boil. So while you were heating this up, make sure you stir it really good and make sure you really work on those big clumps of gelatin that formed. And all those gelatin should have melted away, and now it's all one big thing of liquid. After that happens, let it sit and rest for a bit before we pour it into our plastic bottle because we don't want our bottle to melt. Now what I'm going to do is fill up my bottle. Now I've already sprayed it, so it has cooking spray in there. I'm going to fill it, I have a funnel I'm going to put on top, and I'm going to just take something else and scoop little bits at a time until I fill this thing up. It can be quite of a messy process, but just take your time. We're so close to filling our Coke bottle. I've already used 4 2-liters of Coke, but I have one more 2-liter, should just about do it. So what I have here is I have a small pot, and I'm going to put 8 ounces of the unflavored gelatin in here. And just like we did the first time, I'm going to put a little bit of soda into this, not the whole thing, and mix it up a bit. Then just keep adding more soda as you stir. And just like we did before, let this settle down a little bit until the bubbles go down, then we're going to heat this up. And now what we're going to do is fill our bottle the remainder of the way with our last batch. And there we go. It is completely full. Now we just take this, we put it in our refrigerator at least overnight, but if you don't do it overnight, I would say at least 6 to 8 hours and get it nice and firm. And then tomorrow we'll open this up and hopefully it works. Now what I'm gonna do is I took one of the 2-liter bottles that I emptied and I'm gonna remove the label from it. Now this isn't the perfect size, but it'll be pretty good. Just gonna cut it with a knife right at the seam. That's gonna be our label. Now for the moment of truth, I let my giant gummy Coke bottle firm up overnight. It's been a little over 12 hours. You don't have to last that long, but it's nice and firm. I checked it even this morning when I woke up. But now I'm going to take it out and see if I can take it apart and keep it in shape. So here we go. Now here it is. It looks nice and firm. I did have to firm up some more duct tape on here because it was leaking at first when I first put it in there. So check it right away, see if you need to put more duct tape on it if you already cut it ahead of time like I did. So now the first thing I'm gonna do is just remove the duct tape. Okay, all the duct tape's off of this giant Coke bottle. Now we'll open it up because we only did a starter cut last night just so it'll be easier today. I'm not going to open my blade all the way, just a little, and kind of pull it apart as you cut. Spin this around because I'm right-handed. Switch it over and do the other side. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to just separate this. Look at that. I'll just let it roll out. Wow. This guy's is a giant gummy Coke bottle. Wow. And we can just stick our Coca-Cola label that we cut off our bottle. It'll stick to it pretty good. What do you say we cut open this thing? So here we go. Let's cut into this thing and see what it looks like. It's actually quite tough to cut into. Man. Oof. Wow. Check that out. Oh, this is massively heavy. Now let's see if I can cut up some more of this thing. I think this would be a piece I'll take a bite out of. Well, now I think it's time for the taste test, even though this video really isn't about taste. But I'll give it a shot anyway, just to see how it tastes. I'm curious, and here we go. Yeah, it doesn't taste good at all. It's actually very bland. You have that like soda-y taste to it, but it really doesn't have the sweetness to it. Well, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoy watching me make this giant gummy Coke bottle. This was a lot of fun making it. It took me 2 tries. The first time totally failed, and this time I got it right. I just needed more of the non-flavored gelatin. That's the key. So it held together nicely. I'm really happy with it. I hope you enjoyed this video too, and if you did, please hit that like button. Also hit that big red subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed, you get new videos every Sunday, and share this with somebody you think may enjoy this video as well. For right now, check out the videos I have off to the side, and I will see you next week.